Hey y'all, it's Jennifer Farr Davis, your policy guide for Crossing Our Divide. And this week we have a very exciting update because we have a winner. We have a policy recommendation to put forth. So drum roll please. The winner of our policy journey, or the policy recommendation that we are going to put forth, is a United Year of Service. So we're going to be building that up and sharing it with you all, and once it feels ready, we'll submit it to our elected officials for consideration. Now, one thing I've learned is that a policy journey is very much like a long distance hike, and it can be strenuous and demanding and requires a huge amount of time and effort and adaptability. But right now, it kind of feels like a mountaintop moment. So how did we get here? Well, if you're just joining, we started by defining our problem, and then we looked at the causes of our divides in this country, such as media, money, and misinformation. We asked our community for feedback through a survey, and then we used those responses to develop 4 policy options to address the problem. After that, we put the options out in an online poll and asked for more community input, and then used those results along with our criteria matrix to end up with our final policy recommendation. And it makes me tired and proud and hopeful just to think about the entire journey. So before we keep going and build out our policy recommendation, here's the play-by-play and the scorecard for our results. And last place we had let present trends continue, or basically do nothing. Our community was not supportive of this, nor was our board. And even though there is some hope that after this election cycle, the rate or trajectory of our divides might slow, it doesn't seem like it's likely to change unless there are positive policy solutions that address it. In a tie for third place, we had mandating media nutritional labels and creating a congressional outing club. The media labels were a crowd favorite, finishing second in our poll, but the anticipated long-term results and impacts of this policy option was minimal, and that impacted its score. The Congressional Outing Club is projected to improve short and long-term relationships in DC, but it is hard to quantify and track what those might be, and it had the least amount of community support. Our audience input suggested that these outdoor experiences feel more like a reward than an effective political bridging and brainstorming session. Our second place finisher was providing coaches for Congress. And side note, I was a speaker and hiking guide for a corporate retreat this week, and there was a federal employee in our group who talked about the importance of professional support and coaching in the government sector. Now, this policy option was deemed to have short and long-term impacts for politics and culture, and it was a close runner-up to our United Year of Service. So it very might well be worth pursuing in its own right, but right now we are putting a pin in it because our top-ranked policy is, number 1, a United Year of Service. This option was the strong community favorite in our poll. It also has a good amount of board support, and it is the only option to score an extra credit point for solving more than one policy problem. Even though it will take years and decades to see the impacts of cross-cultural experiences for youth, there are short-term impacts that include providing cost-effective labor for some of the biggest challenges we face, enhancing the level of college and job readiness in young adults, and providing more affordable ways to access college, along with supporting the teaching and apprenticeship of trade skills and boosting America pride and morale. This option has a lot of potential benefits. It is also the most complex to build out and multi-layered. So even though we are embracing this mountaintop moment, the toughest trail is most likely still ahead. So let's take a breath, eat a snack, get a drink of water, and then get back to work. My goal is to have a policy proposal to you in about 2 weeks. And once we receive community feedback from that, we'll then submit it to elected officials. Until then, we hope that you will join our journey, share our updates, and make a contribution, because together we are crossing our divide. Bonus feature. Look what's growing in our forest. It's a yellow lady slipper, and they're very rare and endemic to the southern Appalachians, and this feels like the perfect way to celebrate the fact that we have a policy recommendation. So there you go. Oh, she's so pretty.